These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mountain Goat. I'm being told by my CBI contact that the CBI has about 2 weeks to prove they can withstand the rate of 1,000 dinars to the US dollar. They will evaluate the situation and decide a go or a no-go to 1-to-1. We could very possibly see a rate of about 1 dinar to $1, 1-to-1 in 2 weeks from now, but I really do not think it will happen that soon. This is their goal in Iraq anyhow. Yes, I said 1-to-1 in Iraq. As I've told you all along, the rate you'll see in the country outside of Iraq may be much higher, and this is amazing news. Pimpy says it looks like Iraq is going to be working with Interpol if they catch anybody do money laundering or smuggling a currency to go ahead and turn them over, because it's a really important step in fixing everything that's wrong over there in Iraq. Sandy Ingram says, Houston, we have a problem. Counterfeit dollars and Iraqi dinars found in northern Iraq. Article, quote, counterfeit money sweeping northern Iraq, unquote. Sandy says counterfeit U.S. dollars deepens the financial crisis in Iraq as denominations of counterfeit U.S. dollars appeared in Kurdistan region. Now the Minister of Finance and Economy in Kurdistan region of Iraq called on citizens to pay attention and be aware of the spread of counterfeit local currencies and the U.S. dollar. All right, Hennig article, quote, we reached a good agreement with Washington on the exchange rate crisis. And another quote, from now on, the import and export of dollars to and from Iraq will be through an electronic system, adding that the establishment of the electronic system will be in the interest of Iraq and the national currency, which is the dinar. Mark Xavier PDK, positive news from Iraq is that the CBI could pull the trigger at any time. They do love their 3-day weekends. The government shut everything down for a national holiday on Thursday, then off on Friday and Saturday, which is their normal weekend. We have heard the budget is moving forward and was submitted, and this is positive. Frank26 says, I'm telling you, they've launched the second stage. Don't pay attention to the budget being launched/released coming out with the new rate. It doesn't matter. It's going to gradually float. Walking Stick via Frank26 says they're pressing forward with the new exchange rate because everything waits for the new exchange rate. The banks, money exchangers, the budget, you name it, they all wait for the same thing, the new exchange rate. Pimpy says there will be an increase in the Iraqi dinar. Answering that question, Pimpy says, I hope so, whether it be a big one where Iraqi dinar is actually exchanging with more value than US dollar. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Frank26 says the second phase is dealing with corruption, but the second phase is actually to introduce the new small category notes and the new exchange rate, in my opinion. And lastly, Mountain Goat, beginning of the white paper reforms for Iraq. The wealth transfer is coming. Yes, it is in progress. Weeks ago, the IQD was taken off sole peg to US dollars. Surprise, surprise. Mountain Goat says this was done while implementing the US Treasury electronic platform. The reason for the platform was not just to curb corruption, but also for Iraq to get off the US dollar. Yes, finally ditch the dollar. Like many changes, this will take time to adjust. Then Al-Alaq implemented quickly, yet another step 2 process, including the lockdown of an official rate of the IQD.